Welcome, everybody, to the Paul Gorham Head Coaches Show here on Pioneer Vision. Randy Brochu with the head coach of Sacred Heart Football, Paul Gorham. And let's go back to last weekend, the 20-7 game against Marist. Opening night, great crowd here, and a very good first half. And again, it was a balancing act for your quarterbacks. Tim Little, he goes 11 for 16. 85 yards and rushed 5 yards for a touchdown. Luke Wisnowski, 15 for 29, 136 yards and a pick. Just tell us your general thoughts of both quarterbacks and what you saw from both of them.
Both played all right. Maybe Timmy a little bit better. Luke had more opportunities, particularly late in the game when we got down by 2 scores. We were forced to throw a little bit, and the interception really wasn't his fault. The receiver fell down. He was going to the right guy and so forth, but everyone's got to do their job, and we weren't all on the same page, certainly on that play.
JoJo Jamil, though, with 7 receptions. He really was a favorite target. Tell us what you saw from him at wide receiver.
Well, the great thing about JoJo is we can plug him in at slot or Z or X, and he knows what he's doing. He's very, very versatile for us, and gives us a chance to make up for some of the kids that are banged up and played the whole game. A couple of the other kids cramped up or got hurt and were unable to finish. So his versatility is what makes him special for us.
On the other side of the ball, Nico Sierra led the team with 7 tackles, and the line, especially the veterans, they did a nice job of controlling the running game, it seemed. Chris Mandis, 6 tackles and a sack, and Justin Embler was in on 6 tackles as well. What did you see up front from your defense?
I thought we handled the run real well. Certainly forced them into throwing more, which I don't know if that's necessarily what we wanted to do. And then that's what really determined the game was our inability to defend the pass and offensively our inability to run the ball. So, but they did. They played well up front. We thought we could handle them in the run game, force them into pass and maybe get a little pressure on the kid. But he was slippery. He got away a couple times but made some big plays for him.
J.D. Roussel had a pick for you guys in the secondary, but in the second half, Marist had a couple of big plays, 2 to Michael Rios, a 43-yard touchdown and a 47-yard touchdown. And I know the talk around this team this year is that in the secondary would be young. These things could possibly happen. But you have an off week here to kind of regroup. What kind of things do they need to do to keep growing in the secondary?
They will. They're talented. We got a couple young kids in there. 2 legitimate freshmen and a redshirt freshman. They're all more than capable of being good players in this league. And it was just early. You can't fast forward game experience. You got to get them in there and get them in the mix. And it's different on Saturday afternoon or Saturday evening, whatever it is. And they've gotten better this week. We've cleaned some things up, and hopefully, as long as they maintain their confidence and continue to grow, we'll get better back there.
And also, as far as this being an off week now, I wonder how that plays out for you guys. Is that a positive? Is that a little frustrating to not be able to get back out there and do something about avenging the other night? Or is it a positive in that you have time to regroup and work on some things to get better?
Yeah, I'll have a better answer next Friday night after we play Bryant. Typically if you have a game where you get upset or you lose or something, you want to get right back out there and try and get that taste out of your mouth. And we haven't had that opportunity. It is what it is. We knew what it was going into the game, so we're not going to lament one way or the other if it's good or bad. We'll figure it out as time goes. But never hurts to get a little extra practice and get the fall camp legs out of you and try and get a little bit more fresh and get some injured guys back and hopefully be ready to go a week from tomorrow.
All right, finally, a week from tomorrow it is Bryant. Tell us about what you expect from them, what you need to do to beat them.
Yeah, what we've seen so far, we've only got a 1-game breakdown on them, and they played Maine this past weekend, and Maine got up on them early with some plays in the special teams, and then really from the end of the first quarter on, it was an even game. It ended up being 14-7 Maine from that point on. Bryant from that point on after that first quarter. So they played physical. They're a big, strong, physical team. Have an outstanding running back. They're playing their backup quarterback, but he's got a gun. Defensively, they're multiple. They got a bunch of different fronts. The kids are experienced back there. Both their corners returning and safety and so forth. So, they're going to present a lot of challenges for us.
All right. Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck this week in practice, and good luck next week against Bryant.
All right, great. Thank you.
Paul Gorham here on the Paul Gorham Coaches Show. The Pioneers gearing up September 16th, the night game that'll be televised regionally throughout New York and New England. And also a note in that game at halftime, the Pioneer baseball team will be honored with a ring ceremony for winning the NEC championship. We look forward to that. With Paul Gorham, I'm Randy Brochu.